Rants of Izzo here, Spreely Media. All right, it is Monday. We're running a pre-show. You got 3 minutes till we're live on the Spreely.com channel. Rantsofizzo.com if you want to join in the chat, that's fine. Remember, if you're watching on one of these other inferior big box corporate platform shits, you're only going to get the first few minutes. That's all you get. Then when you get into a topic, you're like, damn, this is awesome. How do I hear the rest of this? You got to go to Spreely.com. You got to go, what do I do? You click on the hamburger on the top left, and then you hit Spreely TV, and then you watch us. Well, I missed the show. What the hell do I do? You do the same thing. Then you find the podcast or the show that's up already. Yeah. Bev, good to see you. Sarah, good to see you over in the chat. Matt Spear, The Dumb Show, is my co-pilot today.
What's up?
Matt and I are going to be playing some games today.
Oh, boy.
Two minutes till curtain. Are you ready for your close-up, Mr. DeMille?
I'm ready for my close-up.
It's Monday. The world's gone to shit as usual. Whatever. We're just here to sit there and enjoy it and wait till the asteroid hits.
Dom, let them know how they can watch one more time.
They can sit there and watch, and they go to Spreely.com. And if you go to Spreely.com, now if you want to get involved in the chat, go to Rantsofizzo.com. But if you go to Spreely.com, here's a couple of different things you can do. You can watch us live. You can download the app for your phone and watch us on your phone while you're pooping, taking a shower, whatever you want to do. I really don't care. Just don't watch while you're driving. Listen only. And if you want to have some free speech exercising, you could go ahead and join the social media platform on there. Say whatever the hell you want, and you'll never get dinged. 10 seconds. Let's have fun, kids. It's Monday. Why not?
Sit down, shut up, and pay attention.
Damn!
This is the Rants of Izzo Show with your host, Dominick Izzo. From porn to politics. We touch every third rail we can find. You might want to put your headphones on so your mom can't hear this. It's been called the most entertaining 60 minutes on the internet, and it starts now. Let's do this.
Hi. Rants of Izzo Show here on Spreely Media. What does that mean? You're like, what is this? Because everybody and their mother has a show out there and all that crap. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. So if you don't want to listen, turn off now. I don't care. But if you do want to listen, happy Monday. Hope your weekend was great. This is the Rants of Izzo Show here on Spreely Media, where all things free speech. You could speak freely. Hence the compound word speak freely, Spreely. You know what I mean? Joining me today from the Dumb Show is Matt Spear. Good to see you again. Thank you for joining again on this glorious Monday.
What's up, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate that. Before we get started, let's talk about the Dumb Show, please. What is the Dumb Show and how can people consume it?
Intravenously, or you can, no, yes. So, Dumb Show, dumbshow.com, thedumbshow.com. It's spelled D-U-M, not D-U-M-B. It's a play on words. Stands for Don't Unfriend Me. Created the show when good family friends decided to ostracize my wife and I because we voted for Donald Trump, and now we have a show. So go there and go to Spreely, Channel 1 live, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, Monday through Friday. And then we do a recorded show as well. Would love to have you. Love to see you. Make sure you tell me that Dom sent you, and I'll give you something special. It's the size of a baby's arm.
It's Monday. Why not go already? All right, let's get some politics out of the way here. We had the South Carolina, was it primary on Saturday? You and I talk about this in politics, and I think we're both on the same page where it's kind of like, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So Nikki Haley got her ass spanked, which I don't care. I don't
know if we agree on this.
All right, so this is my view. I don't care. This is where I do not care. As I'm driving to my aunt's house on Saturday, listening to the radio talk about how Nikki Haley lost by 40 points or whatever, or this and that kind of stuff, I went right into the Chicago mindset of politics, which is, do you guys realize she's in on it? Meaning, she knows. They told her, hey, don't drop out, because we're going to do everything we can to get him not to be able to run, and then we're just automatically going to throw our support behind you. So everyone who's like, yay, she should just drop out because she's dumb. It's like, no, she's not dumb, dude. I think she's in on it. She knows, and it's going to be handed to her later on, and then we'll watch the world burn even more.
That's uplifting,
dude. That's how it is out here. That's how it is out here.
No, it's not that I disagree with some of the things you said. I've been calling. So here's the interesting thing. I'm going to toot my own horn here. If you have a horn sound effect, you might want to put that in.
No, I
it's
don't.
Okay. Beep beep. Here's the deal. I called the final three for the primary in 2020, 2 days after the 2020 election, and everyone was concerned. And I said, here's what's going to happen. Donald Trump is going to be under indictment for the rest of his time before he runs. They're going to hit him legally with civil lawsuits. They're going to try to bankrupt him. They're going to try to go ahead and arrest him. They're going to try to go ahead and hit him with charges of obstruction because they know Donald Trump can't keep his cool, and he's going to do something to say something. That's what's going to happen. So he's going to be under the gun, and they're going to try to destroy the man. Well, I think most people said the same thing. I don't think that was really unique to me. Then I said that the other two are going to be Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. And either it's going to be Trump and DeSantis, which I don't foresee because I don't believe that the establishment Republicans will allow DeSantis to run separately. They will want him to run against Trump.
I want to ask you this really quickly. Number one, can they? Because anytime you bring that up, they're both from Florida. And then the second thing is, could you imagine you're a husband and a father. Yeah. How could you ever look your wife in the eye or your kids later on when they say, hey, Dad, this guy and his followers insulted us, attacked us nonstop for a year, and you ate shit and decided to become his vice president and ate more shit in the 4 years you were in office just to become president of the United States? Yeah. That's the biggest. I would have no respect for DeSantis if he did that.
No, I wouldn't either. And I think we saw this with Marco Rubio and Lindsey Graham and others who took the knee. I mean, for God's sakes, Ted Cruz, he called his father a part of the Kennedy assassination, for God's sake. And, but to finish that point real quick, Nikki Haley, I said, would be somebody who would also be a possible VP pick. But this is where it would come down to. The thing about Nikki Haley, and I understand people think she's a neocon, but so was Mike Pence. And Mike Pence delivered the white religion zealot type areas of the states that he couldn't possibly get after Trump dropped the grab him by the hoo-ha comment. Right? We can say it here, grab him by the pussy.
Yeah, so like pussy.
So he got Pence. You take a look at Al Gore. Take a look at Dan Quayle. LBJ delivered Texas to Kennedy. The VP is nothing except for primary running to ensure that the states where you have a gap and the people and the demographic you're not getting, you put that person on your ticket and they'll deliver you something. Nikki Haley gives him some copability up in the Northeast. She gives him at least 15% of the vote. She was only down by 20 points. Now, a lot of people go, that's an ass whooping. Well, hold on a second. Kamala Harris won 1% of her state. That's an ass whooping. Nikki Haley has been getting 15 to 20%. If she can bring half of those people under Trump's umbrella who are independents, who are libertarians, who are people who are disenfranchised with voting, or blue collar Democrats, which there are still some remaining, then Donald Trump has a very good chance to win. If he puts Carrie Lake, if he puts somebody who like Noem, who already is a Trump supporter, you're not getting anything for that. he's got a tough decision to make, and I'll be honest with you, man. I don't know if he's saying no on Nikki Haley and Nikki Haley saying no on him, but you and I both know that doesn't matter. Kamala called Biden a racist and a Klan member.
That's why I have
black people, for God's sake.
I have no respect for the
done.
process. Well, I have no respect for the process because both of them are going at each other, and then all of a sudden, like idiot kids, we have to sit there and go, okay, look, now they've made we are the problem. We are stupid people who are allowing these morons to go ahead and attack each other, and they ad hominem like crazy. And then I'll be like the Kamala Harris thing. It's solidified how dumb Americans are. You go on stage and you call this man a racist to his face, and then you accept him for the step and fetch, girl. Right. It's like, hey, you're back on the plantation. Well, she was never, because she was Jamaican and Indian. But
let's keep it in perspective.
So I don't know, and I don't think anything's going to happen anyways. And ultimately, even though that, even if Trump wins, I don't think anything's going to happen because we still have 2028. The world will go back to shit because I don't know who's going to pick up the slack after that.
And let's remember, Ron DeSantis was the greatest of greatest choices for VP 9 months ago.
I don't know. Dude, you brought that up. What the hell happened?
Well, it's the same thing it's Trump. Okay. There are people out there, especially in the Twitterverse and Facebook, and that's what we're exposed to, right? The average layman doesn't hate Nikki Haley. The average layman, unless you're completely into this political game, doesn't really hate anybody. They don't see Biden as someone they hate. This is 90% of the electorate, just doesn't get involved until October. But there is this group, this 7% that you and I interact with every single day, which are diametrically opposed on one side or the other, and it makes it sound like the whole universe knows about this. But surprisingly enough, people don't get involved. But DeSantis was the greatest. Well, Trump said, you know what? DeSantis is DeSanctimonious. They turned on him. Ted Cruz, Lindsey Graham. I can go on and on. When Trump says hit, they attack and bleed him, and the Laura Loomers of the world suck him dry like a vampire. And this is what's been going on. Nikki Haley is not a warmonger. She was in the fucking UN, and she was a governor. None of those positions have authority to declare war or send troops anywhere except for National Guard to assist in natural disasters or stop a riot. So for people, her language, yes, sometimes makes me mad. What she says is stupid. Her Joint Chiefs will get a hold of her if she's president someday. But as a VP, she'll be on African tours, so, getting Swahili spears to give to the fucking president. She's going to be doing nothing important. Get her votes, put her in.
You ever see Dave? You just described exactly the movie Dave, where Kevin Kevin Kline. Yeah, he comes with his vice president, who is a very famous actor who played Gandhi. Ben Kingsley comes back, and he's got a mask and like a spear from Africa.
He's been doing some Zulu tribe. That's right. That's where I got it from.
That's why I like having you on, because the movie references are great. I'm sexist. I'm not ready for a woman president for two reasons. Number one, Nikki Haley showed it with her faux crying bullshit over her husband who changed his name for her, all this shit. And then I'm not ready for other countries who are savage, who just don't respect women, to try to do dealings with a female in office. I just don't.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Nikki Haley as president. I'm a fan of Donald Trump getting in, if that's our best choice. And at this point, I just think the people discrediting her and saying that it's a shit show. Donald Trump wasn't a president. He should be like an incumbent. He should be 90 points up on these things, but it just shows that elections are tight and they will narrow. And this whole thing is just a bunch of dressing, dude. This is just window dressing. It doesn't matter. It is going to tighten. And by the time we hit early November, 1st of November or late October, this thing will be down to 2.5 points in the polls, whether it's Biden or Trump. And that's the thing we need to understand. So this is just the game. I've been watching this shit for 40 years. This is about as interesting to me as a blocked toilet is to a plumber.
There you have it. That's I should hit the applause button on that one to end up giving